The peace was lasting, long and true, from mountains to the ocean's blue. Man and elf and dwarf and gnome lived together, hearth and home. The cities grew, then kingdom came, the wise and true. Long may he reign. From cult to church, the truth was spread. The heretics were filled with dread. First they lied, and then they stole. The peace we had, no longer whole. They sought to kill and undermine, but truth was found before the time. We banished them, all but a few, then built ourselves a kingdom new, no longer marked by war and sin. Banar did give his grace to men. No gods, nor fiends, not great nor small, can penetrate his peaceful wall. From mountains to the ocean's blue, this peace will last us long and true.
Welcome. First of all, I just want to give a huge shout out to our friend Atkinson1020 who recorded that wonderful voiceover for us. Thank you again. Welcome to the start of our D&D campaign. I am Mercy, also known as the Game Master at HereThereBeMonsters. And this is something that we've been talking about doing for a long time. So we are super excited to get this going. For now, this is going to be once a month. We might potentially have some incentives to try and increase it to more frequently than that. But that's the goal for now, is to do nice, like high production value streams once a month. A little bit about the game really fast before we get going. This is a D&D version 3.5 game. We do play mostly rules as written. However, it is a custom setting. So for the most part, adjudication will be done in favor of rules as written, obviously with a few deviations here and there as it makes sense to do so. And the setting is our own. So the setting itself, this is actually the setting that I first created when I very first started playing D&D almost 10 years ago. And I ran this campaign every week for 5 years with an IRL group that we were playing with at the time. And we are so excited now to resurrect it for you all. That being said, this is all new story, all new characters. It is a familiar setting to a few of our people, but it is also going to be all new. So thank you so much for being here. A little bit about the world itself. The campaign starts in the Kingdom of Rin. This is a predominantly human kingdom, although any other goodly or, neutral-y race is welcome. But a predominantly human kingdom that is predominantly monotheistic. The government structure is there is a king, there are barons with 3 baronies, and then there is the high priest of the church. 3 of them together form the royal council, and any 2 votes on whatever subject matter determines whatever the policy will be. So the king actually can be overruled. As you heard in there, that the intro is actually a prayer in the world. So that is something that's commonly known and said at meal times, bedtime, that sort of thing. And so I thought that would be kind of a fun way to kick things off. So I guess let me get to map here really fast. Should be this one. Excellent. And do you want to full screen your camera really quickly, sweetie, just so you're not hiding all the way in the corner? This is my wonderful wife, Pixie. She will also be one of our players. We run HereThereBeMonsters together. And this is the world of Rin, or at least a little piece of it. So first, I will blow it up for you. Well, I'll blow it up / shrink it. But now you can see the whole thing at once. So the Kingdom of Rin is nestled on the western coast of its continent, and is bordered on the other side by the Serpent Spine Mountains. If you look at the shape of it, it's kind of in the shape of a slithering snake. There are a handful of large cities and then a smattering of smaller agricultural cities. And then east of the mountains is a desert where there's currently some pilgrimage going on to establish or to look into the establishment of cities that will be responsible to the king, but outside of the normal border of the Serpent Spine Mountains. As far as kind of other things that are going on, there is a ban currently on the production of alcohol, although not the sale of alcohol. So if you already have alcohol, you can sell it, but no more alcohol can be produced. There are some rumors as to why that may or may not be the case, but that is the current situation there. Sorry, I'm getting my notes pulled up really fast. Thought I had that one open, but I did not. Actually, I touched on almost everything I wanted. So the last thing kind of politically for the setting is there is some friction going on right now between if there is to be a new city established east of the mountains, who would be in control of that? So which barony would that fall under, or would that just be an all new barony? So that being said, our setting for today to kick things off is in this part of the kingdom. So I know the goal is covering things up a tad. Do that. So just to the southwest is Alarin. That is the capital of the kingdom. And then you can see there is a riverway that comes from inland. That riverway originates at the town and the mountain for which the town is named of Capstone. So our first two characters for the night, for the setting here, will be Skabath and Alandite. So Alandite is a paladin of the Church of Banah, which is the main religion here in the human lands. And Skabash is a rogue and his childhood friend. So Skabash recently was caught and accused of something, and her friend kind of stuck his neck out for her, and she was given essentially community service in penance for what she was accused of doing. And her friend, Alandite, the paladin, was assigned to oversee her completion of that community service as a little bit of punishment for him as well for kind of sticking his neck out for her. So we are starting off not too long after, I'll move that up so you can see, after their passage is going beyond Kalen Tower right below me down here. So they're just a day's travel from the lake at Capstone and the neighboring town. And that's where we're going to kick things off. So thank you again. Thank you for being here. And let's have some fun.
We be joining the actual campaign?
So yeah, go ahead and request to join. Oh, and change your camera.
Woo! Look how pretty it is.
All right, so for the game itself, we are using Talespire for our battle maps and our rolling. So I'm going to add them to the first mat here, and we'll go from there. Hello, players.
Woo!
Hello there. Hello.
Boards. Oh, players. Summon players to this board. You've been summoned.
We're on a raft.
Yes. So, the two of you are traveling upstream, and as a result, obviously you can't sail, and I guess you could paddle, but that would be pretty awful. So you are being pulled by an ox or something. I couldn't find a miniature for that in Talespire, so
Got it.
Lake Asp, you're gonna have to imagine that that's there. But I guess that's the setting that we're going to kick off from. Is the two of you are sailing or not sailing, but you are being ferried northeasterly up the river Capstone. You've been on the raft for several days. You know, obviously, you probably are sleeping on dry land in between. But I guess go ahead and take a second to familiarize yourselves with your characters and the settings, and then I'll move you on from there.
All right, Alondite, what's the plan? How are we exonerating the guild?
Well, you tell me how things have been first. It has been at least a decade.
Well, let's see. So we started off, kind of thieving and doing things that you wouldn't fully approve of to survive. And then some strange stuff started showing up and attacking the town. So we put aside our thieving ways to try and to save the town. And then we got accused of trying to steal an artifact from the church, which we totally didn't do.
Because you know I'm pulling as much weight as I can just for you. I don't know how much I can sway for the others.
Well, I guess we'll just have to pull weight for me, and then in the meantime, you and me are just gonna have to stealthily try and figure out what happened, who's behind all of this.
Do we have any answers
At present, I have no leads, but I will definitely be investigating this along our journey. Yeah, you sneak. Whoa, what happened to the lighting got all weird on it.
It's getting darker out.
Oh!
Oh, interesting.
I like it. Yeah, that's where we stand at present. We're gonna have to, I guess, make it look like I'm atoning for something that we didn't do until we can tell the church it actually wasn't us, so that my brethren aren't continually subjected to punishment for a crime we did not commit.
So I guess as we're continuing down the stream, I'll just continue with our topics and just reminiscing about our family. My brother Jace is acting up again, and he's not really following the way we thought he would again.
Oh no. What's he gotten into this time?
Who knows?
Have you heard from him lately?
Yeah, he's sticking around town. He's not listening. He's not following the way we thought he would. He's not listening to Father at all. Father's out on another mission of unknown certainty again. A special assignment. He went to the capital and we haven't heard anything.
Capital?
Yeah.
He's summoned to the capital?
Yeah.
By whom?
The church.
What's going on?
Go ahead and make me a handle animal check for the ox that's pulling your raft.
One of us.
Well, whoever wants, but presumably Alondite.
Yeah, that'd probably be you, Alondite.
Where'd
it go?
Freaking yeet.
Oh, it's a 17!
Okay, it still tells us. That's good.
Where'd it go?
All right, no issues. You're able to, as you're chatting your way along here, you're able to...
That is a 17 plus 6.
Ooh,
even better.
Very nice.
You're able to, continue kind of guiding the oxen. It's, it's done this voyage, for lack of a better word, many, many times. So it's not super hard to manage it as you make your way upstream, but you seem to be doing it particularly effortlessly.
Amlas. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
father is as stubborn as I am. He wants him to become a paladin just like me, and Jace wants none of it.
Is he running with a who?
He's staying pretty private about it.
Here. He always seemed to look up to my wild ways. Maybe I can talk him into out of it.
He's always seemed to listen to you a little bit better than I.
Where am I going? This is when we get to a safe space, maybe I'll try and talk some sense into him.
Have you traveled these areas frequently? I've never really been to this part.
Every now and then when we would leave to go to capital city. Not too often though. Most of the time we just stick near the roads for the caravans.
Cool.
Should we be actually moving?
No, it's unfortunately there's not a good way because
Okay.
that's not an object, it's a map tile, so there's no way for me to like drag you along.
Got it. So we're just gonna stay in the same spot. And...
You're being pulled up the river.
Okay.
Can't you see it?
Yeah, we're moving up the river. That log's getting closer.
So you can see actually, well, go ahead and make me a spot check. Let's roll some dice, both of you.
Fine. Actually roll?
You have to drag it out there. Oh, now you're going to roll 2. Now you're going to roll 3. Now you're going to roll 4.
I
don't know. Can you right click? Or doesn't it say like tab to remove or something?
So you're gonna have to spot this one because that was a 3 minus 4.
Yeah, just throw them and then trash them.
Yeah.
Fine. So right click on them and say remove. Or actually, I can do it.
There we go.
So I guess as I'm talking, I am just not paying attention at all. I'm just like looking at you and not aware of any of the surroundings.
I rolled a 3.
Awesome. Okay. Well, there's some sort of log across the river up ahead of you guys.
That's a 4.
That's better than a -1.
And as you're seeing, the sun is, just ever so slowly getting darker and darker in the sky. It's getting close to when you'd probably want to start looking for somewhere to camp. But before you have a chance to start scouting spots, actually, you hear all of a sudden your oxen like lets out like a loud bleat or a roar. I don't know if oxen roar, so I'll go with bleat since I just heard a sheep make that noise.
They bellow.
Bellow, yeah, there we go. And it just like falls over.
Oh. Help. How deep is this water?
I mean, everything's to scale, so
5 feet? 10?
probably 10 or 15. Like it's a relatively deep, relatively narrow part of the river.
What side of the...
All right. Well, as you're kind of examining that, all of a sudden you have, and what's this jump? There is too many tabs open. Is what there is.
You're not Aurar.
There is a javelin that comes like flying out of the underbrush on the right bank of the river. And strikes Skabash for 5 points of damage.
You rolled a 4.
You roll initiative.
Actually make my AC, though?
I did. Because I know what your AC is, because I have your character sheet.
I rolled a total of 6. No. Ha! Total of 8. Alright, that's an 8 for me.
8 for Pixie. How about, or sorry, for Skabash. What about for Alandite?
Nice.
Wow! First nat
Nailed
20
it.
of the campaign.
Go get him.
All right. Let me assign then.
Just a heads up, your childhood friend might die soon.
Jeez. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're definitely home.
Night creeper. Oh, right.
All right, there we go. We have a turn order now. So you should be able to actually see them, although the tree might be in the way. But there are 2 orcs on the bank of the river, and one of them has his arm, outstretched as he has just released this javelin that hits you.
This is my 2 weaknesses:
What?
jumping and water.
Gosh. Can't see how far away from
Well,
the edge
you
we
could
are.
probably adjust the camera a little bit to have better. So it looks like if you jumped from the nearest point of your raft, you're probably 10 feet from the shore, is how I'd round that. And you can make a jump to try and reduce the amount that you might have to try and wade or swim. If that's what you're thinking.
That is what I'm thinking.
All right, we'll go ahead and roll a jump check.
We're going the opposite way?
I'm thinking whichever I could get a running start and jump, because if I hit that water, I'm sinking.
Stay afloat is like a 10 for swim.
I have a -6.
Oh, God.
Okay. I'm just gonna do a guarding position in front of you.
Okie doke.
Okay, provide cover. You can do that. Are you preparing any actions or just like taking the defensive action?
Just a defensive action, raising my shield and trying to keep. I'm telling and then tell Skabosh to stay low and hide behind me. And is there any way we can maneuver this raft closer to shore?
Depends on how many oxen we have.
Well, so that's another thought. If you want to change your decision a little bit, the oxen has been downed, but you're still connected to it via rope, so you could like try and pull yourself over.
We should do that. I like that plan.
Okay, I do have a use rope. Would use rope be?
No, this would just be a strength check.
Okay, yeah, let's pull ourselves closer to shore.
Okay, go for it. Roll 20. What?
Gee.
That's one.
That's wonderful.
Okay. Well, so we're being pulled up the river. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, our oxen dies. Skabosh gets hit with a javelin. You stop briefly and are like, "Oh God, what do I do?" Kind of like grab your shield. Like, I guess I should be defensive. The rope here, and just like heave ho. And in the matter of just a few moments, you pull the raft up to where it's like on the rocks. I'm going to say that was your standard action to do that.
Okay. Squash, get behind those bulrushes or those corn stalks, or yeah, bulrushes, and use them as cover. We're gonna try and.
So you do still have movement if you want. That was just your standard action. To Alendite, yeah. And that's 0 movement because you're already there. So yeah, being on the rocks is like 5 feet of your movement. So then you have another whatever 15 feet from there.
All right, I can't move yet because it's still his turn.
And so I have no more actions, right?
Correct. Okay. You have a swift, but I don't think you really have anything you can do as a swift action. So, all right. So yeah, go ahead and end your turn in Talespire. Excellent. That means it's my turn. He just lets out like a loud, just like roar, and just comes running at you. He's got a big club, pretty much just like you see.
Ooh, is he trying to intimidate me?
No, he's just like attacking, but not charging because charging is specifically a thing. Oops, wrong button. Wow. He, however, if you see the terrain is actually, it's a little muddy, it's a little rocky. He actually kind of has to hop up on that big boulder that you're on the side there. He slips a little bit, and as he kind of swipes at you, and you're able to, even in your armor and everything, you're able to kind of just hop over the club as it passes harmlessly under your feet. Which makes it Skavash's turn. And your movement starts at the rock. I can't move the raft.
So I can just move. In the water.
Okay, so that would be 5 feet of movement to get to where you are there.
Let's see. Daggers. I'm gonna hide in the bulrushes. Okay, I'm gonna hide in the bulrushes here. These little cattails.
So you can get concealment, which gives them a 20% miss chance, but you cannot hide while being actively observed.
Got it. Darn it. Well, I was gonna.
It's still worth doing potentially. Like if you think the one with the bow might shoot at you.
Yeah, I'll hang out here for a minute.
Okay.
Ooh. Can I still hold an action?
Yes, you still have your standard action.
Can I reach that one from here? Probably not.
With what?
I wouldn't be able to with my dagger. Never mind. I end my turn.
Well, remember, range increments. So you can throw additional range increments. You just incur a penalty for each increment.
No, I was talking about the one that Alendite was fighting.
Oh, yeah, you're 5 feet. Excuse me, you're 5 feet away in the reeds there.
Oh, I am?
I think. I mean, try and move your character really quickly. I can't do it. Like, what happens if you up arrow there? Yeah, so that means that you were diagonal where you were.
Oh, okay.
It's just a little weird because of the 3-dimensionality of it.
Then I will hold my action, and if the one in front of Alendite attacks again, I will attack it.
Okay. All right, we can do that. Okay, and then go ahead and end your turn in Talespire.
Grab his ankle.
Oh, I like that.
All right, this one with the bow. I saw his buddy hit you with that javelin, so he's going for it. He thinks he's got eyes on you in the reeds there. Ooh, and he does. Maybe though. So now we roll percent. This is how concealment works. Do you want high or low?
Low.
Okay. So anything below a 20 will hit you. Or sorry, will miss you. Oh God.
The one time I need you to roll poorly.
Well, okay. Oops. Pick that up. Sorry, there's going to be a little bit of clunkiness as we get used to using Talespire here. Where's the dang? There we go. Sorry, I got it. Yeah. It hits you for 3.
I'm down.
No!
What does that make your health?
0.
Okay, so remember, in this edition, you are not down. You are disabled. You can take up to 1 movement action per turn.
All right.
And
I don't
then
have any heal abilities.
you go. Then he's going to move 1, 2, 3. Closer to Alendite. Kind of hiding behind the tree, like kind of poking around the corner of it. And that ends his turn, which makes it your turn.
Okay. I'm going to use my flail to trip the clubber.
Okay, so you're making a trip attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo!
Nice.
Okay. Then roll your trip attempt.
Yeet!
Okay. So for a trip, if your attack succeeds, you make a strength check opposed by the defender's dexterity or strength check, whichever has the higher modifier.
Oh, so if that's for strength, that would be whatever that was plus 1.
I did not catch what it was.
8.
It was
It
an 8.
so it's a 9. All right. Oh, that was so close. So he is not tripped. Also, I forgot to dice cleanup. Actually, I can do them.
Those are not mine.
All right. You still have movement if you want.
As movement, can I run into him, like charge into him?
No, that's called a bull rush. That's a separate thing.
Okay. I'm gonna do a 5-foot step.
Okay. Remember, especially for a 5-foot move, to use the arrow keys. Also, you cannot end your turn in the same space as another creature. You can't go to where she is.
Does that count?
Okay. And then go ahead and end your turn if that's it. Also, next time we do this, we will hopefully have music, but I was having trouble getting licensing things worked out. So thanks for putting up with the ambient sounds. Oh, yeah. And we should be using, I guess, when you made the trip attempt, we should have had you actually right click on it and use the attack thing. So I will do the same, actually, if I can. Attack. Make an attack. Oh, okay. So, I guess that makes sense. I don't have to confirm for myself. So, never mind. That you've not been hit. Not yet, at least. I rolled that in the river. Man, everybody rolling high.
Is that to be equal or?
Well, he has bonuses above and beyond that. Yeah.
Wow.
Like how you do. I can keep the dice out of the river. There we go. Hey, there's a low roll for you.
Oh wait, he attacked.
He did. So
But I probably can't now.
So he
'cause I'm-
successfully hits Alendite for 6 damage.
But I probably
wait,
can't
hold on.
attack
Sorry.
at this point.
All right. 5 damage. You have 11 total, and that puts you at 6. And you can actually do hit points. Is that
I'm at 0.
out of how many?
8.
All right, so you have a choice. You can take one standard action while you are disabled, and you complete that action, and then as soon as you do it, you lose 1 hit point and begin dying.
I mean, is an attack a standard?
Yes.
I'll just hope that Alendite can actually make the rolls next.
What? So it's going to be whether or not you have a base attack bonus, which I think rogues are 3/4. You probably don't. Plus your strength, unless you have weapon finesse.
Would lay on or not lay on hands? My detect evil detect anything from them?
Detect evil has actions and whatnot associated with it, I think.
Okay. I thought it was
I have
like an aura
I
thing.
don't.
Yeah, it takes a standard action to cast detect evil.
Oh no, wait, that's a spell. I can't use it.
Oh, dagger attack. Nope. Dying. That's my turn. I'm dying.
Okay. Oh, shoot. We forgot to pass turns for things. So the Orc Warrior's turn is over, and then your turn is over. Makes it the ranged attack guy. Well, she is not dead. She is dying. All right. If you shoot or throw a ranged weapon at a target engaged in melee with a friendly character, you take a -4 penalty on your attack roll. Two characters are engaged in melee if they are enemies of each other and they threaten each other. That's a -4 penalty on the attack. Okay. So he is not able to get a clean shot around his ally who is engaged in melee with you as bolt goes wide, or it's actually a yeah, it's a bolt. Sorry. Bolt goes wide, and he's gonna spend his turn reloading, or not his turn, but the rest of his turn, making it your turn.
All right, I'm just gonna swing my flail.
Woo, flail!
Make a blunt attack against the orc nearest me, the Orc Warrior.
Oh, good lord, man.
19 plus 1.
Yay!
Yeah, you very definitely hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
It's something.
How much was it? I'm looking at something else.
6.
And is that including your strength bonus?
No, that is not. So 7.
All right. A very good, solid hit. All right. Any movement or anything?
No, I guess we're just gonna. I'll make another 5-foot step to sort of get in between.
I think you're as between as you're gonna get, unless you're trying to get between the orcs.
I would not suggest that.
Yeah.
Doorstop! I like the detail on these guys.
Yeah, no, this program is heckin' beautiful.
Sorry, I'll roll back out.
Okay. So go ahead and end your turn then. All right. There's no reason for him to not just try and thump you again. Or try again to thump you. Ooh, maybe. What's his attack bonus? Of course, that was the one page that I overwrote. Your total AC is
18.
okay. So he does hit you.
We're gonna die together! Yay!
That actually drops you to 0 as well. But he actually collapses very similarly to what happened to Skabash.
We're gonna be at an impasse, I think.
And that kicks it to Skabash. So you make a saving throw.
Right.
It is a fortitude saving throw. And it is DC 10.
Nope.
What was it?
Total of 3.
Oh, dear. Okay. And that makes it his turn. No longer firing into a melee. Oh, wow. That's not enough to hit. Or, oh, wait, no, sorry. You are disabled, but you are not dead. So you are still defending yourself, as far as I recall. How those things interact. So... yeah, so he misses. You haven't taken any other, like, actions or anything yet.
Okay.
Yeah, and it says, or any other action that the GM deems strenuous, but I don't think, like, continuing to hold up the shield that you're already holding up against the arrows is particularly strenuous. So, I think we'll leave that as successfully defended with your shield. Let's see, but his buddy just went down. So...
Runs away!
starts
Like
running
brave
away.
Sir Robin.
Which makes it Alandite's turn.
That's what I roll to stay steady.
No, so because you are currently just disabled, you are not dying. You can do anything that takes one move action or less without endangering yourself.
Can I stabilize Skabash?
It doesn't specify if that is an action, like what type of action that is. It's just first aid. Usually use first aid to save a dying character. If a character has negative hit points and is losing hit points at a rate of 1 per round or 1 per day, you can make them stable. Stable character regains no hit points but stops losing them. Yeah, it's probably a standard action. It's a little interesting that it doesn't say.
Hey,
Oh, wait, here we go. Never mind. It's just laid out differently than I was remembering. It's been a while. Action. Providing first aid, treating a wound, or treating a poison is a standard action. My apologies. So, you... this could get interesting. You could provide first aid to her and then immediately drop to the ground and start dying yourself.
Sounds like a paladin action.
Sounded like there was an or there. Is there not?
I only have detect good.
Well, or don't do it.
Got it. Okay.
Or.
So if it impacts your decision making at all, it is a DC 15 to provide first aid.
Well, I'm a paladin. I'm not gonna let my friend die.
All right. Oh man, that dice is freaking out on the hillside there. Okay.
Wow.
What is your bonus or detriment to the heal skill?
Nothing. I can just do it.
Thank you. Now
With
we
a
need...
plus or minus 0 on a DC 15 heal check, he rolls a 15.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's interesting. Okay. So you claw your way over into the reeds where Skabash is, and do what you can to patch up her wounds with, you know, bits of reed and kind of whatever you've got. And as your vision fades to black, you are relatively confident that you have stemmed the bleeding.
Woo! Now we have to figure out how to stabilize you. But I'm down.
Right. So we're gonna keep acting in initiative order for now, because that is like the passage of time matters right now. So Skavash is no longer dying, but is still at -1 hit point. I'll double check that, but I don't think stabilizing them heals them. But like I said, it's been a while, so let's look. You can make them stable. They regain no hit points, but stop losing them.
Atkinson!
So, okay. So, yeah. So, Pixie is at -1 and stable. And you fall to -1 and are not stable.
Oh boy.
So, I guess technically I should roll for the Orc Warrior also, shouldn't I?
Alendite has to end their turn.
Oh, that's true. Can you end your turn?
Yeah, sorry.
Let's go. Oh, dear.
Oof.
Okay, well, he's definitely not stable. Not that you guys know that, but very much not. All right. Well then. That's his turn. That makes it Skavash's turn. So
I'm on the ground unconscious.
yeah, and I think you have to like rest or whatever to heal. Like I don't think like you don't heal like per round or anything. So
yeah, I'm just ending my turn.
Well, this ended up being much more dramatic than I
followed the orc
than I had anticipated, but it's cool. Actually, I don't know why I just did that. I am indeed recording, so this will be up on YouTube. I don't know exactly when, but it will be. That's a 14. Spot 1, that's a 15. But I know there's some penalties to spot when you're doing stuff. -1 per 10 feet of distance and -5 if the spotter is distracted. I think fleeing for its life counts as distracted. And he is 40 feet away. Like a -9 on his spot. Yeah, I think with whatever that math works out to, with a 6 on spot while he's running for his life, he doesn't exactly get a good look over his shoulder to see exactly what's happening in the reeds over there. So he's going to keep going.
Stabilize yourself, Knight.
He can't.
Can I do that?
Well, you could do your check to not die.
Right. So, yeah. So now you make a fortitude save.
Be better than mine.
I have a bonus to that.
Oh, good.
So that's going to be the first thing you don't roll well on.
Oh, God.
Right. Okay, so this is a +4.
Hey!
Nice. Okay.
Yay!
Well then.
You saving me didn't kill you.
So yes, you are both stable at -1 hit points in the reeds on the bank of this river.
So we'll just be unconscious until, next play session. Oh, there's Stark. I love the darkness factor.
I know, isn't it cool?
Ooh.
I can also affect like the direction that the sun is coming from and how long the shadows are.
Can I like drag myself into the reeds?
Yeah, don't move yourself for now. I mean, yeah, that's where we are imagining that you are, but yeah, especially with how dark it is, don't try and move yourself right now. All right, so let's see how regaining hit points works.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've
Yeah, it's
played
been
in a
like
while.
5-6 years since
Right.
this rule was like meaningful. Or if anybody in chat or whatever that's super familiar with 3.5 remembers, sorry, this is one of the only times that I've DM'd in like 6 years, so if anybody wants to throw me a bone for 3.5 on how that recovering hit points works. Not expecting to need that today. Does this count as a short rest, and do they have hit dice? That is 5th edition. Unfortunately, wrong version. No, that's okay.
There's like no way to gain hit points in 3.5.
You do gain them over time. Thank you, Rocket. After taking damage, you can recover hit points through natural healing or through magical healing. In any case, you cannot regain hit points past your full normal hit point total. You recover 1 hit point per character level. Oh, sorry. With a full night's rest, you regain 1 hit point per character level. Any significant interruption during your rest prevents you from healing that night. If you undergo complete bed rest for an entire day and night, you recover twice your level and hit points. Okay. Well then.
So essentially we'll both get to 0 if we get to sleep through the night. So we're both
Those
unconscious.
were both dangerously
so-
close. Okay. What you're saying is we're here for a while. Well, 8 hours at a minimum. It kind of depends on how they decide to proceed after that. So as the darkness of night passes, I wish it would like animate it smoothly. You both come to in an absolute heap in the reeds here. You are both beat to absolute heck. You are at 0 hit points. So you are back at the same state that you were in before you both took your like dying swipes there. So if you do anything that is more strenuous than a single move action,
If we pushed a fart.
you will start dying again.
Londa, did we go drinking like we used to?
I honestly can't remember. It's that bad.
We must have. Oh, wait. Who's that guy? Where'd he come from?
Oh, he's gone now. I just didn't move him at night
The
because
dead guy?
I couldn't see either.
I was playing in character.
No, I know, but sorry, I thought you were talking about the
No.
arrow guy. The arrow guy's gone.
You
Alondite.
have a friend.
I don't know if it's dead or alive, though. I don't feel like I can fight, though. We should...
How far are we?
It's like right on the other side of the rocks.
Because we still got it. Is it better to stop at Milan or continue to Capstone? Where are we?
We hit Milan, we might find some rest with one of the thieves guilds there. I think I have it in with a couple of them there still. If we can make it that far.
What's our rationing looking like? Maybe we should set up for here for a day.
Really? Oh well. That'd be a 16 for me.
I'll have to report this to my...
We're slowed down with not having the ox anymore, but we're only about a half day away from home.
Setting off with
I'm still quite a trek. I thought this was going to be quite uneventful. Having orcs this close.
I told you things were getting bad. That's why we stopped thieving and started fighting. There were too many of them. They were attacking the caravans before we could get to them.
Yeah, for quick context, this is probably a very rude awakening for Alondite, who spent most, if not all, of his life within the confines of the protected part of the kingdom in the Serpent Spine Mountains.
In fact, caravans haven't really been coming because of the attacks anymore.
And this happened like within the day after you left the protection of the mountains. Like this happened very quickly.
Okay. I'm gonna prop myself up against the rocks and the reeds there.
Rocket says that you heal non-lethal damage at a rate of 1 hit point per hour.
No, that was lethal damage.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So unlike in 5th edition, where you succeed on an attack and you deal damage and then you decide if it was lethal or non-lethal, in 3.5 you declare ahead of time, and then you actually accrue lethal and non-lethal damage in separate pools.
All right, I should have enough rations if we wanted to make camp here and then make it back. Or we can try and go now. Up to you, friend.
I don't think by river was the greatest of choices. I think if we were to return and go by horse, it would be better. Reporting these back to the church that these are not ideal conditions.
We would have... Would Capstone have a church?
Absolutely. Capstone is a city of over 3,000 people.
We do have members of the church in Capstone that you could report to. We're probably closer to that than returning.
I think it would be a far less effort to return on raft downriver back.
We don't have anything to pull us with, dear.
Just continue with the current. We were going up current, continue down current, back home. I don't think we can continue with 2. I think we need to pick up more.
How far away are we from where we started?
You are... From where you started in Jaden, you're probably like 3 or more days.
That's
away
too
from Jaden.
long. We should press on. It's only a half a day. We should rest here and then press on when we're fully healed.
Where is the nearest town downstream?
Downstream is Milan. That's still like 2 days travel.
We can make it if we just rest for a minute.
All right.
Yeah, I think we rest here for the day.
Okay, so are you convincing your friend, perhaps somewhat begrudgingly, to rest here for a day?
Yes, we're only a half day away. We can make it.
And then, yes, hilariously, because of the way that rests work, if you take 3 8-hour rests, you actually will heal 3 hit points. And if you take a whole day rest, you'll only heal 2.
That's ridiculous.
As soon as you get to level 2, then it's better to rest for the whole day. But rules is written. That's
So it's the morning, right?
yeah. Well, it's probably late morning by the time you guys sort all that out. But yeah.
So we rested overnight to get to 0.
Yeah.
We rest another 8 hours, we'll get to 1.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Well, during this second rest and coming to at least some more mental competency, I do my morning prayer.
Okay.
The one that was at the beginning of stream.
You otherwise spend the rest of your day uneventfully, despite the fact that this is outside the kind of the king's guaranteed protection part of the land. You are still in an area that is, maybe more wild than you're used to, but still more or less habitable. So this attack is maybe not unheard of, but also not like super common in this area. So you actually managed to spend the whole rest of your day here, presumably kind of hiding in the reeds and whatnot without any further consequences. So it's the morning of the next day.
That gets us to 3?
Yes, that
Oh,
would put you at 3 hit
During
points.
that time, I kind of, before he gets smelly, rummage through the pockets of our dead partner.
Okay.
Good idea.
We got a whole day of nothing to do. So
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot on him. Make a heal check really quickly.
A heal check.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
It'll make sense in a second.
$11.
You don't know a ton about orcs, but from what you do know about them, you're a little underwhelmed. He doesn't he doesn't look as big, as burly, as bulked as you might have expected of an orc.
Alright, so half a day is like what, 12 hours?
Yes, although technically you're resting in 3 8-hour increments.
Well, I was just gonna say, if we're a half day from town, we should probably take off.
Oh, sorry, I thought your plan was to spend the whole day healing.
Well, we did.
Yeah. So now it's the morning of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're a half a day away, right?
Correct. Yes, got it.
So how many points did we recover? 3?
3
Yeah.
3 total.
Okay. And same thing. Next day, same prayer.
Okay.
And while rationing.
Yeah, I've got 10. So we've each had, is it a daily ration? On each meal.
I don't actually remember. I think it's 1 per day. I think a ration is a day's worth of food.
So yeah, we've had 2 total of my 10.
Oh, I have 2 as well. So if you want to share them or use,
Wait.
so 1 of each until, you know.
Okay. I think we should take off for Capstone.
Okay. Are you walking? Is that the plan?
Yeah, we don't have any. The ox is dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, we sally forth.
Okay.
I was gonna say salvage it, but I think that thing's been soaking in water for too long.
Yeah, at this point, not great.
You might want to clean
Not
up your
great.
dice, sweetie.
All right. Just rolling in the river on purpose at this point. I actually didn't mean to roll a second time. Stop it! Go away. Okay. That second roll, it was 98, wasn't supposed to happen, which is probably a good thing for you guys. So yeah, you otherwise, you know, you pick your way along. I'm assuming you're staying by the riverbank still?
Yes.
Because there's like reeds.
That would be
and-
wise, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it takes you probably more like 3/4 of a day, probably more like, 16-ish hours instead of 12. But you do manage to, somewhat carefully, but somewhat speedily make your way up to the outskirts of the town of Capstone.
So we're getting in late in the evening then?
Yeah, like late afternoon, early evening. Well, yeah, like mid evening is probably better.
Ooh.
All right, and you have been summoned to a new board.
Ooh. I like it.
So you make your way, to kind of a market area of the town. It'd be barring just like wandering into whatever first building or tent that you see. It wouldn't take you too long to find your way to some sort of small. It's not necessarily like the town square, but like a small square.
All right, well, it's evening. And I'm from here.
Yes, and also Alendite specifically was tasked with going to like the local militia garrison, whatever that's worth.
With me, or am I free to go to where I want to go?
That's up to you guys.
Hmm?
That's up to you. Like, handle that how you want.
Got it.
Okay. So yeah, I have some issues to attend to. I trust you. It's not you're good. I know.
All right.
You don't need to stick with me.
I will be at my house for when you need me next. Gonna
I'll be in
meander
to meet your
around.
family shortly. Just some matters to attend to.
Not a problem.
Okay, so you wanted to try and do that tonight?
What?
Well, just whatever you guys are doing, but especially Alendite.
Wow. Alendite, are you doing what, or where are you just gonna head off to see your garrison, or are you going to sleep?
I would assume my garrison and sleeping would be with the church and the paladins. So
Okay. All right. Yeah, there's no reason for you to like have any issues, getting in with a local chapel or whatever. So that's that can happen without any particular need.
I'm just being mysterious.
All right. So Skabosh does whatever she does at night.
Actually, I probably went home.
Well, yeah, I mean, the point was you don't have to say. And then you wake up in the morning. Are you guys meeting up in the morning?
Or do you have paladin-y things to do?
Well, after, I don't know if we want to go over the discussions, or I would be talking over my superiors about, first of all, the near-death experience and the moving of orc activity closer to cities. And the disbanding of the town of Jaden.
Okay.
And the relocation.
Yeah, that's I mean, he like thanks you, but he seems not, not like, he seems nonplussed. There we go, is the word I want, by the news about Jaden. Like, that's relatively well known. And he just kind of gravely, nods at you. And says, like, yes, that's why we've been sending, for like calls for more aid. The barons and the king have been stingy. They think that we're always complaining too much about needing more equipment and especially more able-bodied people, but things have been getting bad. So there was actually, I don't know what happened, but there is a board that is supposed to exist in Talespire that doesn't.
Oh.
Would I be able to convince the paladins or the church to give us medical aid?
Make a diplomacy check.
You maybe, me not probably so much.
Okay, diplomacy +2.
Good Lord,
Ooh.
man.
The dice are rigged.
Yeah, they're more than happy to receive you and anybody that you brought with you, because they want to send you out like today.
Okay. Can I further a discussion for more to increase my regiment?
Yeah, so as you kind of talk it over with this local paladin, he tells you that he knows of another person, another miscreant who's in a similar position to Skabosh, who needs to make some amends for some misdeeds on their part. And he sends you to the the local, constabulary.
Okay, so I go to get Skabosh, and then we get healed, I guess.
Yeah, and then you go to the jail.
So is that full HP or?
Yeah, they use healing magic on you, not just first aid.
We gotta stop drinking.
Yeah, that was a drink I never want to repeat.
All right. So, and then I'm assuming you do go ahead and go to the jail.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the tile that's missing. So I'm sorry. I had a board for that also. I don't know what happened. But for the sake of IRL time here, we'll keep things brief. But they introduce you to your new compatriot, your new charge, I guess, really. who is, and then I'll let Lazarus describe himself. If he's still awake, it's been a while.
I'm here.
Yay! Dungeons and Dragons!
Hello. I'm just a young elf who kind of got into a little bit of a trouble. They insulted me, so I may or may not have taken liberty and kind of fought them a little bit.
Sorry,
Got
if you
in
can
trouble.
either get a little closer to your mic or speak up a bit more or something.
I kind of got in trouble. They took me away and just kind of threw me in here and said they would deal with me later. So here I am.
And just ever so briefly, what do you look like? Just general features, at least, easily observable.
Yeah, I have white hair. My skin is very palish, almost gray. Actually, just gray. And sorry, voice. And yeah, I'm tall in stature, like a normal elf would be. So, sorry.
You're good. So, elven features, which in D&D is not actually like super tall, like we think of Tolkien elves. So,
Right.
Shorter than a human. Elven features, gray skin, white hair, and looks not like. He's not bedraggled over much so, but definitely looks like he's been around the block a few times.
Yeah, I've been wandering a while.
And then the captain of the watch, so to speak, pretty much lets him out of his cell, and he doesn't like shove him at you or anything. Like, the guy's not an a-hole, but he just kind of opens the door and kind of waves you out, like he doesn't want anything else to do with you. You were kind of a boring prisoner. No issues or anything last night. You didn't have a cellmate or anything, and just kind of like sends you guys along your way with some advice to maybe go and check out the tavern if you're looking for any more recruits.
Oh, the tavern's always got great recruits. We should really go there. We shouldn't drink though, but we should go there.
I'm kind of just like rubbing my face into my hand, and I'm like, you know how I feel about this.
I know, but we probably should. I mean, there's always somebody looking for a fight. Maybe they'll come fight
And that's what I
with
worry
us. Oh, it'll be fine. We just won't drink. Let's go. Let's go to the tavern.
So as you guys
Alright.
are kind of mucking about the jail here,
Let's go, favored soul, whatever you are.
his name's well, I guess I let him tell you, but go ahead.
Name's Lazarus. Sorry.
Are you all right? I've never seen one with gray skin before.
Yeah, I'm okay. I've been traveling a lot. Kind of got sick a couple times. The
Is that
normal.
why your skin is gray?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to clock this guy, and I actually want to do detect good and like get a feeling for what's going on here.
Okay.
It
Or
begins.
I thought you gave up all your spellcasting.
Aura of good is one of those things that's just, it's part of me. Detect evil I can't use. Yeah, detect evil is a spell, but aura of good it's an aura.
It begins. We start questioning everybody we meet.
I'm not lying.
I mean, you don't know he's casting detect aura though.
Okay, so aura of good works as the spell detect good.
Oh, so it is a spell.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you have it as an exceptional ability, but normally it would be cast as a spell.
Okay.
Yeah, it will detect the presence of goodly creatures. So that's one of those things, right, where we have to metagame a little bit because nobody in the real world is like, "Hi, I'm chaotic good." It's more of a behavior set. but I'll let Lazarus describe if they show up on a detect good.
What about detect evil as well? Just for like future, if that would be a spell or an ability.
Yeah, you don't have. Oh wait, sorry, you do have detect evil also. My apologies.
But if that would be part of the ban on Holy Warrior, that should have been something.
No, those are. Yeah, sorry. Detect evil is a spell.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, at will, a paladin can use detect evil as a spell, and it says that it is specifically a spell ability. Well, it is. No, sorry, it is a spell-like ability. SP. So yes, you actually. So you have access to both. Is the short version.
Yay! So I can use smite.
Yes, smite is a supernatural ability. So different from either of those other things.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I use it properly and I don't waste it.
Okay, so are you using one of your detects?
Not on you, Lazarus.
So
yes. I want to see Aura of Good.
Okay. So yeah, so if you are lawful good, chaotic good, neutral good, then you would like ping to that spell. So you don't necessarily have to say what you are, but does
I do
he
not
get
ping to that spell?
Okay.
So I get no pinging at all? Like, it's no goodness detected?
No.
Alright, so I start raising an eyebrow. I'm like, alright. Move along.
To the bar.
So sorry, I was messaging Rocket back really quickly. So as you're talking with them, that's or kind of going through that like brief gentle interrogation, but a little bit of interrogation, both magically and mundanely. A like not even really a paladin, more like a paladin in training, or maybe like a squire, kind of comes like chuffing up to you guys and is like, hey, the like the commander of the watch like kind of wants to know your progress, like they want you to go out today.
Let's go to the tavern. We'll find more.
We are ready and able as soon as we get one more member. We should be out by mid-afternoon.
Okay. He just kind of like gives you a half-hearted salute and then like jogs back off across town.
For Bana.
God, I almost hit reset to default.
Ooh. Oh, honey, that would have been
Is there an undo button?
There is for most things. I don't know if that would have or not. So yeah, that fight ended up being way more deadly and then therefore way longer than I anticipated. So that's why we're moving things along here a little bit in town.
Welcome to Mercy DMing a game. We once spent weeks in a snow area because we kept getting winter snowy weather rolls and we almost went insane.
All right, so I guess the three of you now. So let me grab. I didn't place Lazarus because I wasn't sure if you guys were going to go to the tavern first or the jail first.
Oh, I like Lazarus's character. It's so cute. Look at that little mace. All right, I go in.
I appreciate that.
Mendez. All right. Yeah. So remember, you can actually request to like open the door.
I'm trying to.
Thought I did.
I can't click.
Rubato keeps requesting to open the door.
Definitely not Roboto.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
The wrong person gonna.
There we go. Open.
There. Okay.
All right.
Okay, before we enter and like at the doorway, I kind of just stopped in front of Lazarus and I'm like, I kind of want to talk to him.
Oh, I beeline for the bar.
There we go.
I'm like, all right, yeah, go. Like, let me get one thing straight. You're under my care. You do as I say, and we will get along just fine. No crap.
Aye, aye, Captain, with a really weak salute.
They're so cool.
Right?
I kind of
Sorry.
just nod my head to go first.
That way?
Oh, there's a wall there. This is fine. I can't walk in. There we go.
I order a drink.
Of course.
Babe,
Kinda just
you...
Gauge
Babe...
the barkeep and start asking, inquiring.
Okay. So same thing. I had allotted some time for like tavern things and like relaxing into our characters a little bit and whatnot. But I think let's have you do a spot check, especially Alendite.
Oh god. Sure. Spot check. -6. No, yeah.
Your final
-4.
result is -6.
You gotta roll it.
No, -4 and okay. Yeah. So 11. Just kind of asking while I'm looking around.
All right, go ahead and make a gather information check.
Oh, I have some. Okay, so +2 for that. Well, bummer. 12.
All right, so you stumble. It takes you a bit of time. You stumble around a bit, but then all of a sudden it hits you like right, like the barkeeps and the tavern hands probably can point you to some people. And as you poke your way around the bar, you see the majority of people here are just people. They're frontier people. They're a little hardier, a little rougher, a little less well dressed than perhaps you're used to. But there's no you don't see a ton in the way of like people that looked especially equipped to be like fighters in the sense of what you are looking for. At least until I'm gonna spin your head right around here. Yeah. Until you have this genius idea to talk to the barkeep, and he points out to you that in kind of the far back corner here, we have one person who's a bit better dressed and a bit better equipped than most of the townsfolk that you have around.
Do I see this person too?
Are you with Alendite?
Yeah, I'm right next to him.
Okay, yeah. This person is like pointed out to you.
Okay.
I just walk over to them.
Oh, it's okay. I put on my hand. I was like, wait. Okay, hold on. I know what you're thinking. Just can we think about this first?
They look like they can fight. We need fighters, right?
Think about how badly we just got handed. Wouldn't it be nice if we just thought about medical too? Like, I gave up a lot so that I could fight better. I can't heal like I thought I could.
But maybe this person also knows how to heal. Go talk to them. Come on, what's the worst that could happen?
I know how to heal a little bit.
Do you?
I do.
Listen, I don't trust you for 1 second in your healing. You're gray.
That's okay. I won't heal you then.
Amazing.
Come on, Alonde. Let's go. Let's go talk to this person.
Actually, wait, hold on. Before you guys start moving, Bahir, make a sense motive check.
All right. Get to my character sheet.
Wait, who? Oh, us against the stranger in the corner. All of us?
Yeet. No.
I have a +5 to that, so.
Okay. Make a spot check really quickly too. Sorry, I should have had you do that
Spot
first.
check.
Yeah.
Okay. That's less good. So that is a 5.
Okay. So you didn't necessarily see them when they first entered. You had quite the table of goods set out in front of you. But
yeah.
What's that?
I just said yeah.
But eventually it comes to your attention that much like they have finally had pointed out to them, most of the people that are here are relatively normal frontiers people. You also, having been here for a little while, would be aware of that too. And then when you kind of come up from your food, maybe you're about to go and grab a drink, perhaps go and get a refill. You notice this like very awkward like knot of like combat equipped people, kind of like very obviously like looking around the room and like kind of like pointing at people and like talking amongst themselves and just kind of generally being a bit awkward.
But before we head over, I kind of lean over to Lazarus and I'm like, don't worry, Alondite's a lot nicer when you get to know him. And then I head over.
I was going to give you the opportunity if you wanted to go over there and like approach them first, but
Oh, it's all right. Hello there, ma'am.
Can I clock from this far away? Can I clock him?
Hello.
More detect good?
Or
aura of good? Or is there too many people to focus in on?
Yeah, if you wanted to activate the ability, which, isn't like not a thing, you could activate it and he would be within range of it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then I guess really in retrospect, I should have had Lazarus do this too, but if you want to just like DM Alondite on Discord and let him know if you ping to detect good.
Yeah. Okay.
And then just a quick meta conversation. I'm thinking that we let you guys have a quick conversation here, and then we get ready to set out on your adventure, and then we take like a 5-minute stretch and potty break, and then we can come back and go out into the wilderness.
Yeah, sounds
good. I gotta pee.
Does it say what alignment? It's like the whole thing, or
it's just no. It's just whether or not you show up to something that detects goodliness. So if you have lawful good, neutral good, or chaotic good in your alignment axis, then you would show up.
All right.
It's also worth pointing out just to our paladin here that just because someone is not good does not by any means mean that they are evil. Like most actual humans in the real world are probably on the neutral axis.
Yeah, neutral is definitely.
Yeah.
Depends on how stingy the paladin is.
Right? Oh, so are we going to take the break after they DM each other?
Well, yeah, I was going to let you guys talk in character for a quick second, but yes.
Okay.
At least let him give a description of himself and intro.
All right, go ahead and describe yourself.
My name is Bahir. I'm not from around these parts. I'm from across the sea. Quite far away. And I'm here trying to look for some people that can assist me with some things later down the road. Do any of you need any help with anything yourselves?
We do. We're looking to fight some unsavory characters out near the town that have been causing some problems.
Wonderful. I could use I could get out of here for a little while. I've been kind of cooped up here for quite a bit. And this isn't exactly the best tavern.
You take that back.
Sorry, I just noticed the meme that you posted.
This is the finest tavern.
If you say so.
I do.
I will take your word for it.
You should. You really
All
should.
right.
I kind of come up slowly, not as cautious to Lazarus as I am to Bahir. Saying, all right, what do we have here? What have you found?
An adventurer who would like to help us fight.
And how much does it cost?
I haven't gotten that far yet. I believe they just want a favor for a favor.
Yes,
That is what I
would be
heard.
Sufficient. My favor is probably a larger favor than this, however, so if
How about
need a
you?
more
How
long-term
about you tell
companion-
us this favor and maybe we will consider the favor.
I think that's a conversation that's better met down the road. And of course, you're always open to reject what I ask you to do if you dislike what I say down the road.
Is there a barkeep nearby that I can grab attention for?
Oh yes, get another drink.
No, they mostly just have the two people working behind the counter.
Can I wave it over?
Sure.
Like maybe Skabosh's attitude can, or known demeanor can.
Oh yeah, I know the person. I wave them over and
Yeah, the lady in the red dress like comes over as you kind of wave your hand over at her. She was behind the counter, like she's a serving girl.
how do we turn around again?
Or
do you
pick
turn
yourself up with the mouse, then hold Alt, and then move your mouse.
That's right.
So hold yourself.
Oh, there
Yeah,
we
there you
go. That was weird. Not working for a second.
Close enough. Also, there's some imagineering that has to go on because I'm assuming that you're not holding her at gunpoint.
No, of course not.
4 beers now.
I would love another ale.
Sorry, is like.
But also, I'm assuming Alondite called her over for a reason.
No, that was the reason.
Oh, just more ale? Okay.
Sorry, I thought we were like leading up to something here. Yeah, I mean, you're just like ordering
The
around
lead
to
up
talk
is
over.
actually-
Okay, yeah, sure. She goes and like gets around for you guys to like bond over.
Excellent.
I was waiting for some big thing there. Okay.
From where I'm from, would there have been a lot of elves?
Certainly not that look like this, at least. No.
Okay. I've never seen an elf that is gray before.
Yeah, I think he might be sick.
I've been sick, poisoned, you name it. It's fine.
Being very
That's why
sarcastic,
your
kinda-
skin is gray?
Yes.
Hmm.
Kind of.
Can I sense motive?
Sure.
This again.
Being very sarcastic and like doing a
I've never
cut
heard
eye
of
and,
a
like,
thing like that that makes it sound like that makes your skin turn gray.
Do you see the sun where
It'd be
you're
a
from?
15.
Do you have hope where you're from?
So was that a 10 for sense motive?
Yeah, +5, so it'd be 15.
Oh,
Work.
You want
It
to
doesn't
check
work.
DMs really quickly, Ref?
Yeah. Oh,
Check
okay.
DMs. Okay.
Yeah.
Not me.
So I kind of just lean against the table with both elbows, and I kind of just start to explain why everyone's gathered, not quite explaining the personal matters that Skabosh and I have.
Yeah, sure. You don't have to overshare there. Just, you've been commissioned by the church to like lead an expeditionary force into the wilderness to try and help deal with some of the orcs and goblins that have been in the area.
oof.
Nailed it.
Crushed it.
Go ahead and message me the exact result.
So you're all fine, and you understand this contract. You are working
Yeah,
for
seems
the church.
simple enough. As long as we're doing some good, I am alright with it.
Good words.
Looking. No.
If you can check your messages really quickly, Rocket.
We should probably actually tell each other our names in game, so we're not just saying.
Most of you have.
I haven't heard Rocket.
No,
say
I don't
your
think we
name.
actually have, other than we've
Lazarus.
Lazarus and Bahir, but we have not introduced ourselves.
Lazarus definitely said his name in character.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
Bahir.
sorry, that's what I meant.
Lazarus did.
Lazarus and Bahir did, but I don't think Pixie and I did.
Oh, well, I mean, okay, yeah. The two of you knew each other, which is why we skipped over that a
Yeah,
little
we
bit.
we could probably just like
We didn't.
introduce ourselves
Yep,
during
I
the
shared my
conversation.
Hi, I'm a Londite. I'm a paladin of Bana.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean. I meant to get rid of that.
And I'm
Alright.
an alcoholic.
Okay. And then I think that's a good spot for a quick break here. We will, I guess, do we have any of our players that have a specific end time requirement? I mean, obviously not going super late, but like, do we have anybody that's like, I need to be off by X time?
Nope.
Not really.
I have work tomorrow, so maybe another hour.
Okay. Yeah, I figured Alondite would be the.
Okay. Yeah, we can take a quick break and then aim for like an hour-ish.
I'm free.
Excellent.
Okay, cool. And then just a couple things really fast. Wanted to say thank you very much to I'm Gonna Die for the 12-month resub. Happy sub birthday, sir. Hey, good timing, Songbox. Hello. And thank you to Wisdom, Madness, and Folly for gifting that sub to Songbox. We're not going to mess with the wheel gains and stuff right now, but thank you guys very, very much for the support. We super appreciate it. Also, a reminder, today is the last day of the 12 Days of Christmas cards. So if you are not a Patreon sub, because you already get one, and you have not already claimed one of the Twitch IRL Christmas cards, today is the last day. There's one more up for grabs. So go down to the channel points, check it out. We're going to take we'll say a 6-minute break. We'll be back by 8:30 Pacific, and then we'll get out into the wilderness. So thank you guys. We'll see you in a few. So, for those of you that are watching, I just realized that the ambient sounds had been muted to stream for the last... oops, sorry, wrong button.
Yeah, I was totally expecting to be re-rolling my
Had
character.
been muted to stream for the last God knows how long. So, sorry you guys weren't getting that extra atmosphere. But this is our first session, so we'll, we'll take notes. We'll do better next time. All right, I'm back.
Oh, that's valid. Welcome
I'm
back.
Thank you. Is everybody here?
Red 5 standing by.
I think so.
Red 6 standing by.
The evil guy standing by.
What about, do we have Bahir?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Is Bahir here?
here. Yeah.
All right. Is there anything? Red October standing by. Is there anything last minute that you would like to do before you take your ragtag group of adventurers out here?
I ate a piece of the pumpkin pie sitting on the table.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's Bahir's, so.
Well, yeah, I still do it.
Yes, please
Um,
help yourself. I've been so rude. I have all this food here.
Okay, so I guess this is technically lore-wise and part of the campaign, but also just to know what everyone does. So that is the question for everyone here. What do you do?
Are you asking this out or in character?
Both.
I mean, out of character, I don't think you should say that at all. In character, if you can find a meaningful way to ask that, I think that's fine, but I think that's a little metagamey.
You know what I do, friend.
Oh, yes. Okay. I look across the table and I'm like, be here. If we were to take you on this, how can we best use you? What do you do that would benefit us?
I'm more of a melee combatant that can work with other people who are in the front, preferably someone else who can take the hits instead of me.
I've got that covered. Don't worry about that. But it's good to know. I kind of just glance at Lazarus.
Don't worry, I won't heal you.
But you can heal.
Well, yeah, I said that, and you didn't want me to touch you, so.
Where
here we
does
are.
the nature of your healing come from? And I kind of get into like an inquisitorious stance.
Seems like quite a personal question.
Who is your
but-
deity?
I just kind of shrug.
I just put my hand on Alondite's arm and tell him that, like me, a lot of people aren't fully 100% always perfect.
Kind of just take a breath. If it was anyone else but you,
Seems like you might need, some bodies, per se. Since you are just randomly asking people for help.
you were not asked. You were given to me.
Why
From
was I
jail
given?
cell.
Why was I given to you? Because you asked
Because my
someone-
commander hates me.
Well, that's between you and him. But thanks for getting me out.
Okay, so when do we set off on this wonderful quest? I don't mean to interrupt your interrogation, but
I whispered to Lazarus again. Really, he's not that bad once you get to know him. He's really, really nice.
I just
I
have one
decide.
final request to make before we set off, and then we should be able to make way.
Okay, what do you got?
alright, sounds good.
If I could go back to the barricades and try to persuade them to give me a horse.
Oh, yeah. Again, I don't have a board for that, but you can make a diplomacy check.
Okay, come on, diplomacy. +2. $12.
You have a little bit of trouble finding anybody to run down to ask about this. There aren't, you see some stables, but there aren't any horses in them. And when you do finally find somebody to ask about it, they're pretty much like, what horse would I give you? Like, thank you for helping. You appear to be new around here, but I guess if you're new around here, maybe you don't know, but supplies are short.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, kind of same sort of thing as the like page that came to talk to you earlier. They give you kind of like a half-hearted salute. Not because they're being like an a-hole, but like everyone, like the men and women at arms that you're seeing seem a bit bedraggled.
My kingdom for a horse.
Sorry, friend. Things are we're on tough times here. We don't really have a lot of anything with all the raids coming in.
All right, so I guess my only other question for you is, do you want to, it's probably getting on into like mid-afternoon at this point, do you want to go today as you were requested / ordered to do, or do you want to risk any social consequences by trying to wait until the morning?
I am a man of my word. I will
Let's
report
go.
to my captain.
You what? I'm sorry.
I'm a man of my word. I report to my captain.
We're setting out.
Sorry, it's been a bit of a long day. What do you mean by reporting to your captain?
We're going
As
back
ordered.
to report to his captain.
No,
We are ready to sit out.
yeah, that was when you first got to town. You reported to the captain, who sent you to the jail.
Oh, I'm just officially reporting to say that we are underway. We are setting.
Got it. Okay, sorry. I thought you were trying to
Okay, that
like
makes more
circle
sense.
back and like complete, that bullet point on the quest list. I was like, no, we did that like an hour ago. So, got it. Yes. Make a spot check, for lack of a better word. For lack of a better check, really.
19 minus 4.
Jesus.
His dices are loaded, I swear.
Oh dear.
Digital dices.
Okay. Yeah. So you poke around a bit near, where you first met up with like the captain of the watch, and don't find him. But after you walk out of the building, kind of plant your hands on your hips and like, well, what do I do? Look around town a little bit, and down one of the streets off to like the west of you, you see he's over there like overseeing the construction of like some defensive structures.
Alright, I march over, assuming everyone is following. With my brigade and salute. Say we are underway.
All right. When he sees you at first, he scowls a little bit. He's like, probably wondering why he still sees you. But and then he kind of squares up and actually like looks at you, and then you see a big smile come across his face. He's like, good, you found yourself some compatriots. Welcome to Capstone. As best as we've heard, the biggest issue right now appears to be some bands of goblins that have been spotted to the west. So that would be where you could be the most help.
Let's go.
Reporting out.
All right. loads. Takes a little longer to load. Slightly more to it. I need to make it a little bit later in the day. Apply. Players. Summon players.
Woo! Woo, adventure! Oh boy, it's jungle.
Oh, hold on. That's the wrong one. Oh,
Okay.
no, that's fine. That works. Okay. I'm just gonna do this really fast. Okay. There was one person there that wasn't supposed to be there.
Would it be a search or a spot for looking signs of things?
It could be either. It depends on how much time and effort you want to put into it.
Which is more effort and time?
Search is slower and more effective. Search takes like, I think it's around per 5 foot square or something like that. So
I search for evidence of goblin activity.
okay, yeah, I make a search check.
Are we on the field yet?
Could be.
Yeah, we
Total of 18.
Oh,
there we are.
We're over here.
Oh, you click on your character and you move over. Okay.
Yeah, and if you adjust that green bar down to knock off the tops of the trees, you can see a little better too.
Yeah.
Want me to do that?
For now, at least you seem to be seeing okay, but maybe in general, yeah. Okay, so what was your result on search?
A total of 18.
Okay. So you spend a bit of time, right? I mean, I'm assuming you don't just like walk into the forest and then be like, well, there's nothing at my feet. Dang
No.
it.
Says you.
But yeah, Skabosh takes takes a few minutes to kind of like search around after you've traveled a little bit, obviously, right? Like this isn't just right outside town, like, oh, the wall's right over there. You traveled for an hour or so out into the forest, and then she kind of sets about searching around for like signs of goblinoid activity. And as you've been traveling, you've seen a bit of everything kind of mixed about. You've seen, remnants or like marks of like cloven hooves. You'd have to do a nature check to determine exactly what it is, but you've seen non-humanoid footprints and humanoid footprints, but you've definitely found some paths that you could follow. So make a survival check and or a knowledge nature check. Yeah, knowledges will always be intelligence. Survival is wisdom.
Alright, I do that. Another 18.
And that was for knowledge nature. And do you
Yes.
have knowledge nature?
Oh, so it wouldn't be trained, so...
10 is the highest result you can get.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess you have trouble determining exactly what's what, but as you kind of muck about some, you find some booted footprints that appear to be, roughly human in size and shape. You find some bipedal humanoid footprints that are barefoot, that are a bit smaller than like anything that you saw from like the orcs that you guys fought with the other day. And then you also managed to actually pick out one like smaller set of booted footprints as well that is separate from everything else.
So I found a few sets of tracks. There's some kind of smallish humanoidish looking ones that could lead to something, but there's a more interesting one of some small booted footprints leading off in this direction. I think we should follow those.
That sounds
Are
good
any
to
of you
me.
good at climbing?
I
I'm
am
trained in
okay.
it.
I'm not horrible at climbing.
Would one of you be able to climb up or willing to climb a tree and get a better view from on top of a tree to see any structures?
I can try. Why
I have
not?
a rope if it makes you feel any better.
Sure. If you want to try to throw it on one of the higher branches, maybe.
Okay, sure. Make a use rope check.
Sure.
Which direction are the small booted prints heading? From where we are.
Um,
to use rope.
Roughly west. Or sorry, no, that's not right. Roughly south. That was the pixie. What was the roll?
17 plus 2.
Okay. Yeah, so your big clunky paladin pulls out not pulls out, right? I mean, like, it's probably been draped across his shoulders, but like divests himself of this rope that he's been hauling around. And smooth as could be, just takes it, presumably like ties a little rock or something to the end of it. And then just yeets it up over one of the branches. And then I'm assuming that you're gonna tie both ends of it to each other or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Well, tell me your use rope modifier.
Plus 2.
Cool.
Oh, the modifier is plus 2.
Okay. Cool. So you tie one end of it to Bahir and the other end of it to yourself, and then Bahir, go ahead and make a climb check.
Alright.
Oof.
That'd be 13. And sorry, 4. Yeah, 13. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Try again. Or like go again.
Oh.
Not try again, but
Roll again?
yeah, so you have to make a climb check for every 5 feet that you are climbing.
That'd be an 8.
Okay. What is your climb modifier?
4.
Okay.
A roll again?
Yep. And you can do them in fairly quick succession.
7.
Okay. You're actually still okay. That one, you get caught up on some branches a little bit. You got to struggle a little bit, but
17. 5.
Ouch.
all right. So so that's our first one of the campaign. I do
That's a
play
nat
with
one.
fumbles.
Yeah.
So you get yourself, I think that was your 5th roll. It might have been your 6th, but we'll say 5. It's close enough. You get yourself about 25 feet up off the ground. You're actually nearing kind of the lower part of the canopy, and then one of the branches that you grab just snap, and you just like start free falling.
Don't I get caught by the rope that's around?
Well, probably.
Alondite?
Go ahead and make a use rope check, Alondite. Or actually, no, sorry. Make a reflex save. Let's see if you can react in time.
Come on, this will be the one time you roll badly.
Also, don't forget to clean up your dice.
Reflex is +2, so 8 + 2.
That's 10?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that was going to be the DC, so another one by the hair on your chin, chin, chin. All right, so now make a use rope check. And essentially just don't roll a 1.
That's not a 1.
You have, what, +2 to use rope?
Yeah.
Okay. So you managed to successfully arrest his fall. After he has fallen 10 feet.
All right.
So yeah, you're now just like dangling, with a rope tied around your waist or what have you, about 15 feet above the forest floor.
Should I? I'll try to get like a hold back on to keep going.
Okay.
7.
Yeah, I mean it's a tree. Like you grab onto it.
Do you want me to just walk backwards and lift you up?
That could be good.
Go
But
ahead.
I don't know how far the like rope you threw is. But
50 feet. So 25 feet it could go? Well, I guess not if you're...
Yeah, so he was essentially like almost to the branch that you had thrown it over. All right. So with a bit more fumbling, you do slowly make your way, maybe a little bit more cautiously than before, up to the branch that the rope was around. You've got probably about 10 more feet to go if you want to actually like poke your head out of the canopy.
okay. I will go a little farther so I can see above. 6? Am I good or no?
You make no progress because you're no longer
Okay.
climbing with the help of the rope, so it's a bit harder now.
Yeah.
Hey,
At
before
least
you
I
go
don't
any
fall.
further, can I make a
Oh.
suggestion?
There you go.
Tie off halfway so you don't fall all the way.
That would be smart. Yeah, can I also do that, like, kind of like on this climb up? Do you want me to roll use rope?
Yes. Well, actually, I will. So tell me your mod.
Okay. 3.
Okay. Go ahead.
Alright.
One more roll to get up to where you can stick your head through. Okay. You're good. So a quick heart stopper for you, but you get yourself. Hold on, let's see. Where are you? I think I can actually put you on a tree? Question mark. Oh, nope. Now you're in the tree. Can we do this? Hey, there you go. Oh yeah, you'll need the. Yeah, I guess that view works. Okay. I was gonna say you could also raise the green diamond to show him, but. Okay. What are there wasn't really a plan, so he's on top of the tree now, or more or less.
I roll a move silent and a hide check, and I head towards those booted footprints. I want to see what that is.
You just leave?
I tell Alondite I'm going.
Okay.
Can you at least stay within earshot?
Yes, I will stay within earshot.
I will shout.
Do you want me to go with her?
Wouldn't hurt.
The mixed bag, though, considering his opinion of you.
Travel pretty quietly by herself. I want to say she can handle herself, but after last,
I roll that.
after last time. But
Skabosh does, maybe not. It's been a while since she's been out into the like forest / jungle here, so you don't really see her anymore, but you do kind of periodically hear some leaf rustling as she heads to the south.
Do I see? Can I like look around to see if I can see anything from up here?
You can. That's called a spot check.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh, 9.
I I mean, you can get like an okay general lay of the land. You can kind of give like it seems to kind of go downhill in that direction, kind of uphill in that direction, but you'd have to spend a bit more time if you wanted,
Yeah. Do you see any clearings or landmarks?
Yeah. I don't think I do, unless I do, but
You can try again. Like,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to let
keep
you roll like
looking.
30 times, but, presumably you're like, no, not really. And then he's like, try harder.
Got
Yeah,
10
do you want to
this
take
time.
5?
So here, I'll give you a choice. I'll let you try one more time. So there's just enough like branches and stuff in the way. Like you're just kind of still struggling a little bit. But you think maybe if you kind of shimmy around on some slightly less secure branches, you could probably make a balance check to get 5 feet higher and get a little bit better view.
Tie off first.
Alright. Yeah, I will do that. I won't tie off because I think I'm good at that.
Oh god.
Safety first.
Okay.
OSHA.
So make a balance check.
Error.
Oh dear.
That'd be 15.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
My balance is good.
Yes, it is.
I would like to roll a spot check to see if I see the source of the boot print.
Okay. Sorry, Skabash, go ahead and roll a spot check. You do. Oh, I'm getting a bit of feedback from somebody. You do manage to, you're not getting up onto like sticks, but you find some much more supple branches that give a little bit under you, and to kind of test a few of them, and then find one or two that you think will be able to hold your weight and manage to lift yourself up a little bit higher. So go ahead and make one more spot check with a +2 for your new vantage point.
Alright.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
Can I, before I do that, can I like look down and ask like, what direction did she say those boots were going?
Sure. Like, that's
Okay.
See if they point me into their direction.
Since this works out perfectly, my inattentiveness, I just shout out a random direction.
Oh god. What direction did you randomly shout out?
East.
Okay.
Ugh.
Awesome.
Alright.
What do I find?
Hold on, sweetie.
Did I
Let him
find
make this
anything?
roll first. Fixed.
Oh, the legend continues.
Okay. Yeah, so somehow you manage to, despite the fact that you are higher, you manage to have less like effective of a view than you had before. It might have something to do with the fact that you're like kind of constantly looking down to like recheck your footing and whatnot. But yeah,
And I'm also looking east.
yeah. So yeah, you're probably at this point feeling like you've seen what you can see from up here.
Yeah, I will, Alright, can you lower me down with the rope? I got nothing.
Alright, I slowly start carefully.
Are you climbing down, or are you just having him like belay you off?
I was gonna have them like, yeah.
Okay, well, so either way, you'd have to climb down the first 15 feet.
Okay.
Make one balance check and then 2 climb checks.
Alright. So that's 17.
The balance, okay.
Yeah. Climb. Oh dear.
All right. Well,
no.
so you're confident, like, okay, cool. I'm back onto the heartwood branches, like the bigger, stronger. Rah!
Yeah.
Okay, so you were.
I did tie myself up like when I was like one roll away from getting to the top.
2 rolls actually, but yes.
Or 2 rolls.
Yeah. So you fall 10 feet from the height that you were at, and and you take 1d6 falling damage.
Oh boy.
You want me to roll that?
Yeah,
or-
go ahead.
Okay. I take 3.
Yeah. So as you know, like you're not exactly wearing a climbing harness here, right? Like you looped a rope around your waist, so
Yeah.
so you just fell like 12ish feet, and like you know it stopped you from falling, but didn't feel great.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, so then technically you would need to climb up at least 5 feet and then make a use rope check to untie the rope.
Okay, well.
I mean, you're already
I climb
dangling,
up.
so I guess there's no penalty.
Okay.
Oh, rocket.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, you climb up 5 feet. Make a use rope check.
It won't let me use that dice again. Alright, new dice.
Natural 20. Okay. So yeah, you untie your tie off and then start to lower yourself down on the opposite side of the branch from where the rope is currently being belayed.
Yep. That's a 12.
And then we can more or less fast forward through the rest of that since we already know you're going to get caught by it.
Good.
All right, so you are no longer on top of the tree. Eat. And are you going back to them or?
Yeah. I'll
Sorry,
go
to
back.
Skabath.
Oh, okay.
Well, what did I find?
Yeah, you. So technically, it's a survival check to follow the footprints, but you went in the direction that you saw the footprints going, and footprints, appear to keep going. You don't see any evidence of other footprints around them.
I head back and I do my best to convince Alendite that we need to go this direction.
And what was your actual spot check? It was like 16 or 18?
Total of 16.
16, okay.
Alendite, there are footprints. We should probably follow them. It could be a lost child in the woods.
Okay. And you
They are small
might
booted
have
prints.
seen a little bit of something that looked a little more like geometric than like the trees and everything else around you, but it's kind of hard to see through all the foliage.
Got it. Well, Alendite, I think there's a lost child in the woods. Probably go check this out.
Lost child.
I don't think a lost child would be this far away from,
Well, they're small boot prints. I think we should follow them.
Does anybody else have any thoughts on that?
Would I know,
know, they were
how,
teleporting.
would I, know what goblins look like?
I don't think
Make a
goblins wear
knowledge, I think it's
boots.
local check.
This is waiting on GM.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in a different board right now. Don't come to me yet, but...
Okay. Yeah, as I say, I can't roll. So,
Oh,
That's weird, Mendez.
yeah, sorry, hold on.
I'm not trained in it, though, so...
Yeah, so I mean, like, you'd probably recognize a goblin if you saw one, just from, kind of general zeitgeist knowledge. But, you're not going to be like, that's a goblin footprint.
Yeah, but, I could, infer, well, small footprints, goblins are kind of small, so... It would probably be a goblin footprint, since that's what we're around here to do.
No, we really should go this way.
So there were small bipedal humanoid-ish footprints that were not shod, and then what Skabath is trying to direct you towards is one, and they were in groups, but there is one set of small booted footprints that is what she's directing you toward.
Okay.
Could be a gnome.
It could also be a child lost in the woods. We should go check it out.
Alright.
It's very dangerous, these woods. Lost child, we should probably get it to safety.
Sounds sensible to me.
Okay. So you head that way, and you don't have to go very far. Maybe a couple 100 feet before you see in the distance like what is very definitely some kind of building, something that's not a tree. Did you want to approach that, or
Is it where the boot prints are?
well, make a survival check?
I can't. It's waiting on the GM.
Oh, that's fine. Hold on. Should be able to now. 15.
15.
What's that?
15.
Just inattentively keep walking over them.
Yeah, you can. It's pretty. The ground here is pretty supple, so yeah, you can follow them. The footprints do appear to more or less lead in that way. They're a little haphazard. They like occasionally. I mean, you don't have the track feet, so I'm probably oversharing a little bit, but like sometimes they seem to kind of like run or like zigzag, and sometimes they like stop, and the track that's in the dirt is deeper. It's a little erratic, but you don't see signs of any other footprints nearby. So the behavior
Let's go.
doesn't make a ton of sense.
Do goblins usually travel single file?
Oh, but this looks very... This looks like something we should probably investigate.
Alright.
All right. So as you poke your way around in the forest a bit, you decide that there's not really anything else in the area that seems particularly interesting. So you converge on these ruins that Skabatha was seeing.
Do we see the person there, or
Make a spot check.
as we walk up? Okay.
Would investigate or spawn? Yeah, I guess we spawn.
16.
Oh, good. Because I rolled a nugget. I rolled a 1.
Well, let me delete it now. Here it goes. I got a 16.
That's you.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you see them. Let's roll for them and see if they see you, and I'll do that. Oh, God. Nope.
Oh.
I mean, you don't know that anyway, but yeah, they do not see you.
Are they like
Here.
sleeping, or are they just like laying down, or?
Here, what did you see?
You probably have to get a little closer to determine that.
Okay. There's somebody in there, inside of the ruins.
Okay, can I?
I will go closer.
Okay, hold, wait.
Wait.
So I
use aura.
I searched for traps.
Oh, what's your modifier for that?
Oh, that's right. You have to roll
Use
that.
detect evil.
It's an 8. Wait, hang on. Search.
Yeah, it's just search. It's not search for traps. You
Yes,
use
8.
the search ability to.
8 total, or 8 is my search.
Okay. Sorry, that's not a roll for me. I was trying to pick that up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, at least in the area. So technically, you have to do that for every single 5-foot square. But in the area, like immediately around, presumably like where Alandite's about to walk, you don't see anything.
I think we're good. I don't
Alright.
sense any traps.
And then as far as, did you say detect evil or detect good?
Yes, detect evil.
Okay. So do you want I mean,
Is that an aura? Like, does it go around, or do I have to focus on one person? It's like 2-person, 1 stone.
I think it's an aura. No, sorry. It is a cone-shaped emanation, so presumably, yeah, your cone of vision. Up to 60 feet, though. Like, it's huge. So I will let... if there is anybody in Discord to whom this is pertinent, they could send a message to Alendite letting them know if there is a ping on Detect Evil, which would include an alignment of lawful evil, neutral evil, or chaotic evil.
So Lazarus wouldn't be in it.
That's funny.
Correct.
But here is.
Damn.
He's trying so hard.
I mean, you could step to the left, but
Is he standing on the wall? The person that's laying down? No, there's like a, I don't remember, a rock or a stool or something there.
does he like cast like a thing when he does that, or
No,
like
it's like
is
a
it
mental
obvious
thought.
that he's
Oh yeah, there are
feeling.
verbal, somatic, and divine foci requirements for that spell.
so? Did you find
Ooh.
anything out, Alondite?
The feelings are... I don't know.
Okay.
I do not feel anything of an evil nature.
Okay.
It's trustworthy.
I will walk up. Excuse me, good sir. Are you all right over there?
What? Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry if I startled you.
Who's there? Are you with the shadow people?
Shadow people?
I do
No?
not believe we're with the shadow people.
Oh, that's good then.
I cannot speak for
Alondite!
the others with me, but
Alondite, they're shadow people.
If anything, I would despise shadow people.
Well, hi. I'm Roboto. Who are you?
A representative of the Paladins of Banat.
Skabash.
I am Bahir.
Lazarus.
Pleasure. Roboto Bruto. Who's Bana?
Why,
It's your time to shine, Alondite.
the deity, the Lord and Savior of this land.
This land? Okay.
The land of Rin.
Land of Rin. Okay. Yes. What can I help you with? Are you lost?
What are you doing
Well,
here?
come sit down, and I shall recall the tale of Banat.
Also, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but we're getting some like heavy breathing or wind through somebody's mic.
It's probably me. Sorry.
Woo.
Good.
You're good.
MS told me to eat the mic.
Yeah, she did.
So I guess.
Yeah. Yes. Sit. Come. You're
gather
you're
around
hungry?
the flame.
I have some fresh squirrel.
I think I will pass on that, but thank you.
It's probably a good idea. I'm not a very good cook.
I'm sure that you're not as bad as you think you are.
Well, does anybody have salt?
I can preserve.
I have rations.
I can preserve an organ if you want to eat that later.
Pretty small. Maybe if we find something bigger.
All right.
Rations? I haven't had rations in a while.
I throw a ration to the little gnome.
He devours it fully. You see him. He's wearing, black and purple. What looks to have been at some point, anyways, a very nice dress suit with a cape, but it is very tattered and worn. He's got a bedroll there that is also extremely tattered and worn. With the campfire that looks like it's been lit for a good while. His hair's slicked back, but he looks dirty and like he's been here for a while.
What are
Been
you doing
hiding on the
here?
run?
Well, I got lost. And
Whoa.
then when the shadow people found me, I fled. So I've been staying here, hiding.
Would you like to come with us?
Where are we going?
Well, we're gonna go fight some goblins, but we could probably get you to safety after that.
Well, I'm not very good at fighting, but sure. It's got to be better than being here. You guys have lights, right?
Well, yes.
Yes.
I have a torch.
I have seen some goblins as well.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah,
We need to go fight
A
them.
bit of good news.
I've seen them around. I usually just avoid them.
Well, we are more than capable of handling some goblins.
Oh, well, that's nice. I usually just leave them alone, and they usually don't see me.
Most things don't see me.
I see you.
How are you feeling?
Only because I
physically?
allow you to.
Physically?
Yes.
It's hungry. Fine, I suppose.
Do you have any wounds?
I don't think so. No, not that I can see. Do you?
We are of good spirits.
Oh, that one seems kind of grumpy, Mr. Tin Cup there.
He's not so bad when you get to know him.
You keep saying that, but I'm starting to wonder.
It's the truth.
All right.
I grew up with him. Of course I know.
Uh,
Well, kind of grew up with.
So you guys all know each other.
No, I just know the tin can.
I resent that.
I say it out of love, Alondite. You're like the brother I never had.
Oh, brothers, lovely. And the elf, is he a brother too?
We're still trying to gauge that one.
No, I'm not. I'm not the brother.
I'm an only child in reality.
Well, you said you were looking for goblins. Well, they're over to the north. I can show you the way.
To the north!
All right. Well, follow me, I
thank you
suppose.
for helping us on our endeavor.
Oh, I don't really have a lot else to do, I suppose.
Hop, hop, hop.
On north we go, I suppose.
I do love the hopping animation. Like, so satisfying.
Hoppity hop, hop, hop.
I feel it fits my character very well. He seems hoppy.
Oops.
He does. It's so fun.
Okay, and then now that we got that out of the way, I can unhide Vato since I put him on this board. Yet again, I wasn't 100% sure what the order of operations was going to be, so I had preempted all the boards with getting all the characters on and assigned and whatnot, which took forever, but now it's done. So, so you came from the south, which is off board. Oh, that's weird. Pixie's not loaded on. You might need to restart your game.
Oh no, Pixie.
Okay.
I'm also not loaded.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know when you're in the space between boards, and I'll re-add you.
It says I'm in. Okay, there it is. I'm now in.
I am waiting.
We've lost our rogue.
There we go.
That's the default board. Here, I got you.
There we go.
Okay. So yeah, so you came from the south, ish. The real world is not on orthogonal grids. And this random blathering gnome that you guys apparently have decided to adopt directed you to go north-ish.
You're our friend now.
Oh, that's nice.
North.
North, okay.
So if I might inquire, Gnome, what are your
Sorry,
skills?
really quickly, sweetie, for this you probably want to...
Trying.
There you go.
Keeps.
My skills.
It keeps doing.
So
it
if you
over
if you use Alt, I don't know why, I need to look into this, but if you use Alt to like turn your character, that seems to also reset the like green height thing.
Yeah.
It does,
Okay.
It does have a little lock. You can lock it in place. What do I do? Well, mostly hide. I didn't want to be found.
Oh, I like to hide too.
But you found me.
I'm also good at finding things.
I'm not good at that.
Hold everybody. Where are these goblins? You said
To the north.
to the north. Okay.
Sorry, I was directing camera. Was that a question that needed a me answer?
I think it was a me question.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Oh, I'm.
But I don't really remember anymore. I'm pretty sure it was north.
I just don't know where I am though.
If you click on your character icon, it should teleport you to where you are.
You can also always just use the arrow keys. We'll move you. All right. Whoever's in front, make a spot check.
Wonderful.
That appears to be Alendite.
Oh, okay, that's alright. Ignore mine.
Me? Really?
Or no, sorry, it's no, my apologies. It's Bahir.
Bahir? Me?
Yeah.
Rocket.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get myself in the habit of using in-game names.
So it'd be a 4.
Awesome, there's trees.
Lots of trees, guys.
I mean, I could have told you that.
Lots of trees. Yeah. Probably could have. Do I get to a point where I'm like, oh, it's not just trees, look at this, or...
Maybe. Also, sweetie, I think you need to move the green thing up again.
Did you see the pitcher plants? The pitcher plants are fabulous. But don't put your hand in them.
Oh, hey, there's a thing here, I think. Unless it's a weird tree.
Oh.
It's like a ladder.
Interesting.
A ladder.
Who would like to climb the mysterious ladder first?
Does the climb skill count for using ladders?
It does, yeah.
I'm not going first.
My vote is the tin can.
Working on it.
Yeah, I'm with the tin can going up first.
Personally, I think that would be best because I'm already a little pained from my last climb.
Hey, do you need me to heal you?
I don't think yet.
All right.
Okay, I'll climb the ladder.
I'll be right behind you, big guy. Don't worry.
You might not want to be.
Well, I'm sure it will turn out.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's not
10 minus 5.
Hmm.
You're
Oof,
doing
okay.
great. That's the first.
I was gonna say
round.
not terrible, but never mind.
Don't worry,
Um,
just one foot in front of the other.
I
You
just
know,
hear
it's a
evil laughing in the
ladder.
background. I don't like it.
so I think just for the sake of me not having to like keep you in suspense about all that, so technically a rope with a wall to brace against is a 5, and a surface with ledges to hold on to is a 10. This is more than a rope, but also that it's not braced against anything. So I think we're going to call this a DC 8. So if you fail by less than 5, you simply make no progress. I believe, if I remember correctly.
He can't get the heavy boot up. Maybe we should have the sneaky one go first.
Can I get a boost?
Sure,
You know,
I'll
just
boost you.
put
there
your
it is.
shoulder underneath my arse. And
Yeah, if you fail by less than 5, you make no progress. So as long as you get a 3 or better, you don't fall.
I can boost you about 1.5 feet.
Yeah, it's about the space of one sprung. Do I try again?
You have to do 13 or better over and over and over again to make it to the.
Oh,
Oh dear.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I
Yep.
pat Alan Dite on the back and I say, "Let me try."
Wait, that
0.
totally says 13 on the dice. How is that 5?
I'm gonna go ahead and try.
So,
Oh, yeah, look at that.
as hilarious as this is, I think that a rope ladder is a manufactured enough thing that you could take 10 to climb it.
Okay, yeah,
So,
let's just take 10.
Here's the thing with that.
Okay.
Taking 10 means that you do something very carefully, and then you perform that task to a roughly normal-ish, roughly admirable level. However, in the course of being careful, you are much slower. So you trying to find the thing here.
I think maybe we should go back to the inn. If we can't even climb a ladder, I don't think we can fight goblins.
Nope,
when your
nope,
character
we're
is not
going.
being threatened or distracted, you may choose to take 10 instead of rolling a d20 on the check. You calculate your result as if you had rolled a 10. For many routine tasks, taking 10 makes them automatically successful. Distractions or threats such as combat make it impossible for a character to take 10. In most cases, taking 10 is purely a safety measure. You know or expect that an average roll will succeed, but fear that a poor roll might fail. So you elect to settle for the average, which is a 10, although technically it's an 11. Taking 10 is especially useful in situations where a particularly high roll would not help. So I've always played taking 10 that it takes longer. Apparently that's not in the rules, question mark? But it definitely is slower, just so you know.
Yeah, I think
I
the
don't
only
think
one of
the
us.
10 wouldn't help me.
Yeah, I think the only one that would need that at the least would be Alan Dite.
I think if you take 10, you just get 10 with your modifier, so you can just go. Right?
I think it's a negative modifier.
So he'd
I'd
still
still
take the
get
minus
5.
5 even if he takes 10?
Yeah, you get a 10 with your modifier, whatever your modifier is.
It's negative 5.
So if your modifier is negative, then you get a 10 with a negative modifier.
So I just can never make it up a ladder.
It's just
Those
challenging
cool guys
for
will
you.
just stay down here.
I don't think it's just challenging, because you'll have to do it, like, 7 times.
Alright, I'm rolling to
So
go
it
up.
might as well be impossible.
Well, I think the point is that literally anyone who's not Alan Dite can take 10 and do it.
Okay, I do that.
10.
I'll take 10 and do it also.
Yeah, I go as well.
Okay. So
Don't worry, Alan. We'll come back for you after we're done.
Here, take this rope and just, everyone pull me up.
I mean, strength check it. We might be able to.
I don't
Oh,
want
I'm
you to
really
take this the
strong.
wrong
It'll go
way,
well.
Alendite, but you might be a little too heavy for us to do that type of thing.
Just tie it to a rock at the top. It's a security measure.
We'll get you up there, big boy. Don't worry.
I'll take the rope to tie up to a rock when I get up
Do
there.
you want to move the green thing up just a teeny bit more? There should be a platform right there that you just barely can't see. There you go. Okay, so Skabosh was going up first.
I'll follow
Yep.
her up.
Okay, like,
Oh,
are you
so
following
we're-
her like up, like very closely?
No, I'll give a break in there.
I will follow behind Skabosh very closely.
Okay. Do you want to kind of position yourselves just for now at the foot of the ladder and roughly like in the order that you're planning on climbing up?
Skabosh goes first. And then I would be like.
And then let me grab Skabosh.
Oh,
Stop moving.
back.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
Okay, so stairs you can actually be like placed on. It looks like the ladders you cannot. That's a little bit of a bummer. But yeah, hold on. So I'll go ahead and put her up there.
You could like give us flying and then put us up.
Well, yeah. So okay, so then it's gonna be Bahir and then Lazarus and then I don't think that character's actually given their name yet, and then Alendite.
No, Roboto did.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
He told us.
Okay. So let's have a spot check for Gabath.
17.
Excellent. And make me a listen check also.
Total of 14.
Okay. Wait.
Trying to remove
Oh,
my
okay.
dice.
Right click. Yeah, there you go. All right, so you hear a bit of. Go ahead and just hit W a little bit to like move forward, so you can see kind of like up to where you are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then zoom in just a tad. Perfect. You hear some noise, kind of up above you and ahead, and then go ahead and raise up the green bubble just a little bit more. A little more. More. Sorry, I don't know. It's hard since I'm doing it remotely. Keep going. There you go. You're yelling in a language that I don't know. I don't have your guys' languages, so I should have written that down. In a language that probably most of you do not speak, and you see a little green man standing at the top of the ladder.
I speak it.
I shout down that I
Roll
think
initiative.
we found.
Hey, wait! I speak it.
Okay, I'll message you what you hear then.
Oh, okay.
Where would I be on the ladder since I was falling right behind?
Well, that's why I was trying to get a sense of
17
how far,
total.
but it sounded like you guys were leaving 5 or 10 feet in between each other, so.
Well, he said he was going to be right
Yeah,
behind me.
I said I was gonna be right behind her.
Oh,
Or
okay.
just
Well, then, yeah, I
be
mean, then you're
level.
right behind her. Like, the platform's only big enough for one person, but you're, like, at the top
That
of the ladder
is-
next to her.
That's my initiative. I have 13.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me write these down. Actually, can you type them to me in Discord?
Yeah.
Type. Oh,
Yeah, message me in Discord your final initiative roll, including your modifier.
I was gonna put it into the game chat.
Oh, actually, that's probably better. Yeah, do that. Do that. Put it in the on-stream D&D game channel.
So,
I don't remember where initiative is.
You just roll a die. and then it's
Unless
your
you took something
dexterity.
else to increase it, it's just your dexterity modifier.
Oh yeah, I just never wrote it in.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
I wrote your initiative in. Your initiative is 2.
My initiative is 2?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dex. Right.
I got 20.
That beats me by, I think, 3.
So far we have 3 of them. 2 people still need to put their initiative into chat.
Oh,
I'm trying to find chat.
Which chat?
Into the on-stream D&D group chat channel on Discord.
My bad. I was thinking you meant Talespire.
Discord.
Wait, you can type in Talespire?
Yeah, via enter.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna, but I can.
Making myself some notes really quickly. Cool. And we got, wait. Yeah, that's 5. Awesome. So I think that's a good cliffhanger to leave off on. We said like an hour and 10 minutes ago we wanted to go about an hour. So I think that's a good moment to leave off on.
Literally a cliffhanger.
Very literally a cliffhanger. Yes. You want to scroll up or move up just a little bit, sweetie, or like forward so that more of it's in vision. Yeah,
So,
there you go.
And just
same time
like
next
the
week.
first one. Yes. Yes.
The good news is the current goal on stream was to find goblins to the west, which you did.
We made
That was
it.
actually a lot of progress.
And we managed to assemble the full party.
Yeah.
I was almost thinking you weren't gonna make it to me.
Yeah, it was a little slower in a few places than I expected, a little faster in some others to make up for it. I did think that we were going to get into this fight a little bit, but that's okay. It's our first time playing these characters. It's our first time using Talespire. For some of us, it's our first time playing this version of D&D. I'm relatively happy with where we got. A little slower than I wanted, but I think we did pretty good.
I'm sad I didn't win the TPK vote, but it was close. It was
Ah,
close.
you were so
Yeah,
close.
so for those of you that don't know, or if you're watching on YouTube, you would have no way to know this. We had a prediction running for whether or not there would be a TPK in the first session here. So I think probably this is closer to like a session 0 rolling into a session 1, but I think it leaves us off on a really exciting spot to have our next session. And if scheduling works out, my plan is to do the next session during the New Year's Eve event, if we can make that happen.
You guys aren't all doing New Year's Eve.
So I'm not necessarily asking for commitments right now. Like, we can message around about it and try and sort it out. But we do a big New Year's Eve bash. We'll be on for, usually it's 27 or 28 hours, so we can ring in every New Year's on Earth. And we have like cash prizes that we give away, and we play all sorts of games and whatnot. I think it would be super cool to include our next D&D session in that, if we can work that out.
That'd be fun. We'll see if we can work it.
And because we're on for so long, like, even if you think, well, for one, hopefully we're far enough ahead that we just can be your plans for New Year's. But if you do end up with other, with thinking, you know, like, oh, like my family always, you know, whatever, gets together and lights off fireworks or whatever. So like, I know I won't be available that night. Like, we'll be on all day. So like, most people that have New Year's Eve plans, I feel like, don't have all day plans. So like, we could do it earlier in the day if you need to. Like, if you've got dinner and drinks plans, like, fine, let's play
Eve
D&D
is on a
at
Saturday
noon.
this year, so I won't be working at the start of it.
Or whatever. So we'll try and work out some details. But if you're here on Twitch, if you had fun, we'd love to have you put a follow on the channel. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks a ton, because we are trying to work on growing the YouTube channel. Each of our sessions will be uploaded to YouTube also. So we'd love to have you put a sub on the channel. It's free and it helps us out a lot. There also will be on YouTube, there will be some lore videos, some world building videos. There's going to be more than just sessions. So if you aren't already subbed to youtube.com/HereThereBeMonsters, please go and do that. That is super helpful for us too. And our next normal stream will be Tuesday night, playing some EverQuest, if you guys do like your kind of standard video game streams. And the next D&D will be sometime in the next 3 to 5 weeks, hopefully New Year's Eve.
Oh, D&D!
Yeah, thank you guys. I think that went pretty good.
That was thoroughly entertaining.
Yes, especially when me and Alondite almost died.
Yeah, that was wild. So I was telling, I guess, now speaking like out of character, if you will. I guess I'm the D&D, so I'm kind of always out of character and always in character. But speaking out of character, so to speak, normally what I do when I'm DMing is like we get all the characters and everything made, and then we just straight up like, okay, like we're in the Matrix, like here's something, go hit it. So that way I can kind of like judge how powerful the characters are. But we didn't have time to make that happen before the session tonight. And it's like, you know what? That's fine. Like, I generally have a fairly good sense of how difficult 3.5 is. Like, yeah, obviously you've got variance in dice rolls and whatever, but like 2 orcs, like technically 2 orcs should be an even challenge for 3 to 4 characters, but that's default characters, and you guys made characters that are stronger than default. So like 2 orcs should be roughly an even challenge for 2 first level characters, which technically they were. But that was definitely closer than I had anticipated that being. I did not think that we were going to start this off with 2 characters dying. They did not die, but they were dying. It doesn't get much closer than that. But good news, I get bonus XP for being in the dying state.
Hey, all right. Oh, I didn't die.
So yeah. I'm super excited to play again. I think we got through enough of the awkwards that our next session will be like really smooth, really exciting. Like we're just gonna start things off with a bang. This is gonna be really, really interesting.
Yes. Much excited.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. Those of you. Thank you to our players. Actually, let me just recognize CPO Mendez as Roboto. Rubato, sorry, not Roboto. You're Mr. Roboto. CPO Mendez as Rubato. Amras as Alandite. Ref as Lazarus. Rocket as Bahir, and of course the wonderful Pixie as Gabash. I still need to work out exactly how to say that. I think I said it just slightly different every single time. I figured I'd just kind of like get a good grouping. It's like when you're doing target practice, just kind of be around. So I'll make sure I get that nailed down next time. But thank you so much to our players. Thank you to everybody that hung out and watched. We super appreciate you. Yeah, Tom, we are on our way out. Thanks for checking back in, though. I hope you had a good night. No, you're good. It's going to be on YouTube. So if you're not already subbed, youtube.com/HereThereBeMonsters, we'd super appreciate it. I will make chapters as well if you are a person that likes to skip about a little bit. It's not going to be like tomorrow, but I will try and do it, soon, TM. And we'll be back for more soon. Our plan is for the next session to be on or around New Year's. Thank you again all for being here, and we'll see you soon. As always, take care and be excellent to each other.
Good night.
Bye.
Long and true, from mountains to the ocean's blue. Man and elf and dwarf and gnome lived together, hearth and home. The cities grew, then kingdom came, the wise and true. Long may he reign. From cult to church, the truth was spread. The heretics were filled with dread. First they lied, and then they stole. The peace we had, no longer whole. They sought to kill and undermine, but truth was found before the time. We banished them, all but a few, then built ourselves a kingdom new. No longer marked by war and sin, Banar did give his grace to men. No gods, nor fiends, not great nor small, can penetrate his peaceful wall. From mountains to the ocean's blue, this peace will last us long and true.